Welcome to SVR IAS Academy. ComeOnIndia.com is our website. In this foreign policy online video lecture, you are going to learn about hard power and soft power. If you read the newspaper daily and for the GS paper too, we have a syllabus called foreign policy, that various international agreements and policies that are affecting India's interest. For understanding the foreign policy much better, you should know the meaning of hard power, soft power and great power. To understand much better about the hard power, soft power, let's understand the story. If a person A is there means initially he may be poor. After getting money, that is economic power, slowly he will contest in the election and he will try to acquire the political power. It is for a normal person, for individual. The same applies to a nation. When a nation gets independence from the foreign rule or starts their growth journey, and slowly when it becomes powerful economically, gets economic power, and slowly the country uses various kinds of measures, maybe the hard power or soft power. Soft power means giving concessional loans to friendly nations and also to other countries. Using the hard power means the nation will strengthen its navy, army and air force so that other countries will fear about this country's army power or military power. So once the economic power follows, automatically the political power follows, and the nation will try to influence other countries through various means, including soft power and hard power. So simply, hard power and soft power are the two types of foreign policy tools that each and every nation try to utilize in their relationship with the other nations. Before going into the details of the soft power and hard power, you should know what is the meaning of power. It is a general definition. Power can be defined as the ability to influence or to control the behavior or actions of others. It is a basic definition about the power. Simply, it is the ability to influence the behavior and actions of others. Now let's go to the hard power. Hard power is a coercive approach. It means a strong nation threatens the other weaker nations by the use of military and economic power to control the behavior or interest of the other states. So it's a very simple logic. Who is strong, the person will rule. The nation which has strong military and economic capacity like US will influence the other nations. You should know about one political scientist named Joseph Nye. Joseph Nye defined the terms hard power and soft power. If you are having the political science optional, we will be reading in detail about Joseph Nye. He described the term hard power as the ability of the nation to use carrot and sticks of economic and military might so that other nations may follow according to the country's will. It means that stronger nation will exert its influence on the weaker nations through some carrots and some sticks. Here carrots means reducing the trade barriers and offering the military security or other benefits. So giving some benefits to the weaker nations so that the weaker nation may follow the strong nation. And sometimes strong nations may use sticks so that other nations or weaker nations may fall in line, like use of threats like imposing the economic sanctions, trade restrictions, military interventions and use of force. If we take North Korea as an example, North Korea is often conducting the missile test and nuclear test. Even the stronger nations like US, China and other Western countries are trying to influence the North Korea, but North Korea is standing firmly to conduct the test. United Nations imposed so many economic restrictions, trade barriers. Still, North Korea is not fearing and going ahead with its intercontinental ballistic missile test and also other nuclear tests. So far you learned some basics about hard power. Now we will move to the soft power. This term is also introduced by the Joseph Nye. Joseph Nye introduced the term soft power. It is a persuasive approach. Hard power is the coercive approach. Here, soft power is a persuasive approach to the international political relations. Here, a strong nation will use the nation's cultural, historical, and other diplomatic influences. So instead of using the force, that is economic or military force, the strong nation will use its history, culture, and diplomacy. So it's also termed as a form of power that has the ability to attract and cooperate rather than coerce or using the force as a mode of persuasion. If you take India as an example, we provide assistance or developmental assistance to the African nations. African nations are economically weaker, and we provide assistance and scholarship to the students from the Africa, and also we undertook so many projects like Pan E-African project. Like that, America is also providing various assistance to other countries. India projects its soft power much better. So because of that only, in the last 1 decade, whatever the resolution brought by India in the UN General Assembly gets the support of more than 150 members. So most of the African nations and South American nations are supporting India's resolution or India's stand on the various international issues, because India projects its soft power much better. Now we will discuss some important examples for the hard power and soft power. The examples for the hard power includes military intervention, production, economic sanctions, reduction of the trade barriers. These are considered as example for hard power. Soft power includes cultural, historical, and diplomatic influence. That's all about the video lecture on the comparing soft power and hard power. If you understand the basic concepts in the foreign policy, it will be useful to read the newspaper and understand the concept in the newspaper much better, and in GS paper 2 you can write better answer and you can get good marks in GS paper 2. So thank you for watching this video lecture and all the best.